You know that bone-chilling cold that burns your face, when your breath turns into ice crystals, and the snowy silence is broken only by the sound of the wind. Now imagine facing that, riding a machine that slices through the ice, crossing mountains, frozen forests, and endless snowfields where few dare to go. But here's the question. What are the rarest, most legendary, and downright insane snowmobiles ever built? Today, you're coming with me on a frozen journey to discover the 15 rarest snowmobiles in the world. Machines that marked history, defied the impossible, and became true legends on Snow. Ready? Stick with me, because the last one on this list is simply unbelievable. Number 15, Ski-Doo Super Olympique, 399 1965. Released in 1965 by the Canadian brand Bombardier. The Super Olympique 399 was one of the first snowmobiles to popularize this entire world. It came at a time when traveling across snow by machine still felt like something out of science fiction. It had a one-cylinder engine, 399 cc, with about 18 horsepower. Simple by today's standards, but revolutionary back in the 60s. It weighed around 185 kilograms and had a direct belt drive. Visually, it's an absolute classic. Bright yellow fairings, rounded lines, and that unmistakable smell of burning two-stroke oil in the frozen air. The sound, a constant metallic growl, echoing through the silence of frozen forests. It was used for everything: leisure, rural transportation, trail patrol, and even heavy-duty work on snow. Today, it's a symbol of the origins of modern snowmobiles and a must-have piece in any serious collection. Thought that was nostalgic? Wait until you see what's next. Number 14, Polaris TX Starfire, 1970s. In the 1970s, American manufacturer Polaris released the TX Starfire, a snowmobile that became a true icon on icy racetracks. It featured a two-cylinder engine, up to 795 cc, with about 75 horsepower. Weighing around 220 kilograms, it stood out for its lightweight chassis and reinforced suspension, cutting edge for its time. The design screamed speed. Long fairings, a narrow seat, metallic paint with red and blue stripes, and the sound, that sharp, high-pitched scream of a two-stroke engine pushed to its limits. It dominated frozen lake races and snow drags, but also gained a loyal following on the trails. Today, it's a collector's dream for anyone passionate about racing models from the 70s. And hold on, because the next one is pure trail legend. Number 13, Scorpion Whip, 1971. Launched in 1971 by American brand Scorpion. The Whip was a snowmobile that balanced lightness, power, and a very unique look. It came with a two-cylinder engine, 440 cc, delivering around 40 horsepower, and it had something rare for the time, a manual two-speed transmission, weighed just over 190 kilograms. The design had that unmistakable 70s charm: low fairings, rounded lines, vibrant metallic paint, and a signature center headlight. The sound, a sharp, dry growl, with that iconic smell of two-stroke oil burning. In the icy air, on the snow, it was super agile, perfect for quick trails and tight corners. Today, it's a prized machine for collectors looking for something truly off the beaten path. Thought that was different? Hold on tight, because what's coming next is a living legend. Number 12, Yamaha SRX 440, 1976. In 1976, Japanese giant Yamaha released the SRX 440, one of the most coveted snowmobiles of the 1970s. It had a three-cylinder engine, 440 cc, with about 65 horsepower, wild for its time, weighing around 200 kilograms. It struck a perfect balance between speed, lightness, and stability. The look was unmistakable: metallic blue with silver accents, sharp lines, a square headlight, and that piercing scream of a three-cylinder engine slicing through the snowy silence like a razor. On the trails or in competitions, it absolutely dominated. It became an icon of Japanese engineering in the snowmobile world, and if you think that's rare, the next one takes it even further. Number 11, Arctic Cat CR 580 EFI, Limited, 1994. In 1994, Arctic Cat released the ZR 580 EFI Limited, a special edition that brought groundbreaking technology to the snow: electronic fuel injection. It had a two-cylinder engine, 580 cc, with about 95 horsepower, weighing roughly 210 kilograms. Agile, precise, and way more fuel efficient than its rivals. Visually, it was pure aggression: neon green paint, black accents, and dual headlights that looked like angry eyes cutting through the fog. The sound, a deep, powerful rumble, mixed with that signature intake whistle that sent chills down your spine. It dominated trails, drag races, and snowcross tracks. Today, it's a rare gem that any serious collector would be thrilled to own. And what's coming next is pure racing history. Number 10, SNOjet, Thunderjet, 1970s. The Snowjet, Thunderjet, was a revolution in 1970s snow racing, made by Canadian company Snowjet. It was built for one thing: Speed. It featured a two-cylinder engine, up to 650 cc, with around 70 horsepower in an ultralight 180 kilogram chassis. It looked like a missile on snow. Long fairings, hidden headlights, bright blue paint with silver details, and the sound, a high-pitched metallic scream that announced from miles away that something fast was coming. It dominated oval tracks and snow drags. Today, it's one of the most valuable vintage racing snowmobiles in the world. Enjoying this ride through the world of rare snowmobiles? Then hit that like button and stick around, because from here, things only get crazier. Number 9. Rupp Nitro to 1976. Released in 1976 by American manufacturer Rupp, the Nitro 2 was for those who wanted performance, lightness, and pure fun on snow. It came with a two-cylinder engine, 440 cc, producing about 60 horsepower in a chassis weighing only 185 kilograms. Lightweight, fast, and ridiculously fun to ride. The design was pure 70s muscle. Bright red paint, chrome details, and a long seat made for carving through corners. The sound, a deep, punchy growl with that sharp metallic crack every time you hit the throttle. It was built for fast trails and drag racing. Today, it's a highly sought-after piece for vintage snowmobile fans. And if you think that's rare, get ready, because the next one is practically a time capsule. Number 8. Motoski Grand Prix, 1970s. In the 1970s, Canadian company Motoski released the Grand Prix, a snowmobile that combined performance, durability, and a lot of style. It had a two-cylinder engine, up to 640 cc, delivering around 70 horsepower, and weighed roughly 210 kilograms. The look was unmistakable. Bright orange paint, a center-mounted headlight, rounded fairings, and that deep, resonant growl echoing across frozen fields. In practice, it was widely used for both long-distance trails and racing. Today, it's one of the most desirable snowmobiles among collectors who are passionate about the golden era of these machines. And if things are already sounding crazy, now it's about to get serious. Number 7. Evinrude Skeeter, 1960s. In the 1960s, Evinrude, famous for boat engines, entered the snowmobile world with the Skeeter, simple, rugged machine designed for snow mobility. Featured a one-cylinder engine, about 300 cc, with roughly 18 horsepower. It was incredibly lightweight, at just 160 kilograms, making it easy to maneuver, practical, and tough. The look was super basic. Exposed tubular frame, minimal fairings, and a long, flat seat. The sound? A metallic, high-pitched buzz paired with that unmistakable scent of burning two-stroke oil in the cold air. It was commonly used by hunters, fishermen, and people living in remote, snowy regions. Today, finding an Evinrude Skeeter in good condition is a true collector's mission, and if you think that's rare, hold tight, because the next one is basically a snow tank. Number 6. Bowaski, 650 1969. Released in 1969 by Canadian manufacturer Bowaski, the 650 became known for its toughness and ability to handle any snow condition. It had a two-cylinder engine, 650 cc, delivering around 50 horsepower. It might sound modest today, but for its time, it was more than enough to push a heavy frame with an extra-wide track. The look was impossible to miss. Bright blue fairings, a center headlight, chrome accents, and a presence that stood out from miles away. The sound, a deep, steady growl that filled the frozen air like a snow tractor. It was heavily used by farmers, workers in remote regions, and snow adventurers. Today, it's a highly prized collector's piece, especially since Bowaski shut down not long after. Thought that was rare. The next one is practically a living jewel from the 60s. Number 5. Johnson Skeeter, 1966. In 1966, Johnson, another giant in the boat engine world, released the Johnson Skeeter, a small, lightweight, highly functional snowmobile. It came with a one-cylinder engine producing around 20 horsepower, weighing just 150 kilograms. Easy to handle, super light, and perfect for getting around on snow. The look was simple, yet iconic. White fairings with green accents, straight lines, and a small headlight that looked more like decoration. The sound, that sharp metallic buzz, of a two-stroke engine mixed with the ever-present scent of burning oil, was commonly used by farmers, hunters, and fishermen. Today, it's one of the hardest machines to find in good condition. Those who own one don't let go. And if you think that's legendary, the next one is pure madness. Number 4. Arctic Cat King Cat 800 1969. When Arctic Cat released the King Cat 800 in 1969, they weren't messing around. The goal was simple: build the most powerful, most outrageous snowmobile of its time. It had a three-cylinder engine, 793 cc, delivering 85 horsepower. For the 60s, that was absolutely insane. It weighed about 250 kilograms, heavy but capable of delivering ridiculous straight-line speed. The design was simply intimidating. Black with neon green accents, a wide aggressive stance, and that long seat practically begging you to unleash the throttle. The sound deep, powerful, and thunderous, the unmistakable roar of three massive cylinders. It was built for one thing: speed. King of frozen lakes and drag races. Today, it's one of the rarest and most valuable snowmobiles in the world. Think that's crazy? Take a deep breath, because the top 3 is next level insanity. Number 3. Chrysler SnowRunner 1980. This isn't exactly a snowmobile, at least not in the traditional sense. Chrysler released the SnowRunner in 1980 with one wild idea: create the lightest, most portable snowmobile on the planet. It had a one-cylinder engine, 134cc, producing just 7 horsepower, but it also weighed only 75 kilograms, and the craziest part, it folded up to fit in a car trunk. It looked like a bicycle mixed with a sled. One ski in front, a super narrow rear track, and a tubular frame that felt more like a snow motorbike. The sound, a metallic high-pitched buzz that sounded like a low-flying drone. In practice, it was built for military use and short-distance snow travel, but with so little power, it struggled in deep snow. Today, it's one of the most exotic and unusual snowmobiles ever made, a collector's oddball treasure. Enjoying this wild journey? Then hit subscribe and ring that bell, because the top 2 is straight from another world. Number 2, Ski-Doo Elite, 1973. Released in 1973 by Canadian brand Bombardier, the Ski-Doo Elite is without question one of the weirdest, boldest, and rarest snowmobiles ever built. Why? Because it's the only production snowmobile in history with a fully enclosed cabin and side-by-side seating for 2. It featured a 2-cylinder engine, 635cc, producing about 36 horsepower. It weighed 350 kilograms heavier than a standard snowmobile, offered something unheard of: full protection from wind, snow, and extreme cold. The look was straight out of a sci-fi movie. Massive bodywork, side doors, rounded windows, and a rear end that looked more like a car than a snowmobile. The sound, a deep, muffled growl, thanks to the cabin insulation, mixed with the metallic rumble of a 2-stroke engine. It was used for luxury tourism, ski resorts, and snow patrol. Today, it's one of the most coveted and valuable models in the snowmobile collector world, and if you thought that was crazy, buckle up, because number 1 doesn't even make sense. Number 1. Harley-Davidson powered snowmobile, custom vintage. That's right, a snowmobile, powered by a Harley-Davidson engine, a mechanical insanity handcrafted in the 1970s. Merging the motorcycle world with the snow, it had a Harley-Davidson V-twin engine, delivering around 65 horsepower, and if that number impresses, the torque on this beast is enough to chew through any snow in its path. The design, a jaw-dropping piece of art: chrome, tubular frame, motorcycle gas tank, bobber seat, and a pair of skis up front that look more decorative than functional. The sound, that deep, pulsing Harley-Davidson rumble echoing across snowy mountains. It's not built for regular trails. This is a showpiece made for events, exhibitions, and die-hard fans of extreme mechanical creativity. A true work of art. On snow, blending biker culture with frozen adventure. Got no doubt about it, this is the rarest, wildest, and most insane snowmobile ever built. From classics like the Ski-Doo Super Olympique to the sheer madness of a Harley-Davidson powered snowmobile, it's clear these are not just machines. They are monuments of engineering designed to conquer the impossible. Machines that defy cold, wind, snow, and even logic, turning what should be impassable into playgrounds for adventure, work, and, for many, pure fun. Now tell me in the comments, which one of these would you dare to ride? And which one scared you just hearing about? If you love this kind of content, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell, because every week there's a brand new video about the most incredible machines that dominate snow, ice, and the extremes. See you in the next video.